Hello. Everybody, welcome. Rosa Saki investigated hell. Everybody, welcome. Rosa Saki investigated. So some of you don't know. What's GTSY? Good to see you. Oh, I'm smart. Smart. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I got that, huh? I know but I wanted to do it, because guys, today, did you see how much news? There's crazy amount of news today. Okay. Hi guys, how? The Celegy, Dilemma, Joan, Jasar, and the Vic, Darren, Arnold, Karen, Goller, Janet, Moran, Janie, Evans, Joy, Parker, Jeffy, and Star, Child. Okay. So guys, okay. So anyway, but there's so much news. I thought I couldn't, and since I'm going to go not that far away tomorrow. I'm not gonna, I thought I might as well do it. Okay. Yeah, I know what it is. I think I packed away, and I was looking for my turkey outfit. I had a turkey. Remember that there was that year that I put the thing on my head. Honestly, I put away, and I was looking just now. Like it's in my storage, so I don't know. Sorry about it. Okay. I hope you don't. I was like, I know, like last year I was much more like constantly on costumes, and I'm like, oh my god, are you like really upset at me? Oh. I know. I have something, but I think it's a chicken. It's a chicken. I think I was like, wait, I wanted the hairpin. That's the one. Remember? But unfortunately, it's in the basement somewhere. I don't know where it is, guys. So that's okay. So it's okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel I was gonna say. So yeah, I don't know, guys. It's so strange. My love affair with costumes, because you know what it is that I got so many the other one time that I had to put away. I don't have room for all of this. I was like, I have to throw away so much stuff. Okay. So yeah, no, I have a Jane. It's like my favorite. I have lots of those. Okay. They're from, I told you, as you guys know, Forever 21. But, that's a story. Oh my God. Okay. Just have a drink here and a drink. So yeah, it's weird, right, guys? Last time I was thinking about it, but you know what it is? I think also is that I have diversified, honestly, since last time. And so I'm like working on so many different things, okay? Like writing and thinking about so many different things. And I think I'm, in a way, I don't want to say I'm scattered, but I am less, I don't know, explain it. You see, there's like all these other things, which is, I think, you know what, in a way it's good. Even though I was like, remember how I was like supposed to like be build making more costumes. I don't know. As you know, guys, it's complicated. I did plan to wear it today, but I couldn't find it. It's probably downstairs in the basement. Okay. So, okay. So what else? What else? So this is it. Oh wow. So yeah, Thanksgiving, huh? Can you believe it, guys? Can you believe it? Wow, so much time has passed, but I'm confident. I'm confident. It's confident things are, we're getting closer to resolution. Say you want a resolution. Well. So, okay. All right. So I feel like I want to tell. So, and by the way, guys, happy. So of course, happy Thanksgiving, and thanks to I thank you for being there for me, and like it's amazing. All the things we have done together, and I don't know, it's nice, right? I like Thanksgiving. It was nice, all this time together, created the things. Yeah, I don't know. Just think, guys. Thinking about all the horror of the Trump administration, all this time, we're together pretty much since I started the YouTube channel, October 2017. So it's been a while now. It's been what, 2.5 years more than something like that. So So it's interesting, interesting informations. Okay, and what else? Yeah. So anyway, so it's nice. I was gonna, guys. I'm to be honest, I am a little behind on things. Okay, you know, have to, yeah. So I'm a little behind. I was like, want to write more newsletters. I want to do all these different things, but it's sort of like I think I also took this last few days. I've been a little bit like more, kind of resting or like not being as busy or something. A little bit. Well, it's not true that I'm not busy, but it's like okay, not being like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Just thinking about taking day by day. Okay, in a good way. In a good way. But I was just thinking, okay, so what else? No, no, guys, that's it. Like I was gonna because it's true. I was gonna do all these things, but I was like, you know what? Let's create the content. Let's get it done. Let's get the stuff out because I have so much to say from all of this stuff. That's how it has to come out of me. You know, all the stuff we've learned. I've learned so much. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys to spit it. So, if it wasn't for you, like I would not have developed. You know what I mean? So, wow. So this is the guys, okay? Hey AMC, how's your daughter? AMC, her daughter had an issue. I talked with her conversamos. So anyway, so gonna go back here to questions, guys. Okay, so let me check the questions. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, so much, so much. Oh, oh my God, that's right. Oh, yeah, and by the way, guys, the Sally mentioned here the reading of the pets and vets. So there's still a third batch of readings about veterans. There's one spot left. Okay, if you haven't registered for it, okay, just let me know because I haven't posted lately the link, but I'm gonna do on this coming Sunday, okay? And I don't know, guys. Honestly, I may not do. I don't know. I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do on Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving. I don't have any. I'm not gonna do a reading on Friday, okay? Unless something huge happens. Maybe I'll think about Sunday. I have to think about it or like do a catch up. Like some of you, Cynthia suggested, like a kind of overview of like where we are and stuff like that. I'll think about it, but probably not live, okay? Probably not live. So, but yeah, I've been thinking a lot about guys today. Even I was gonna send something out about the veterans. Okay, it's amazing. It's amazing because I've learned so much. I'm thankful for them. Okay, and I've learned so much from the readings about them. It's been really transformative, to be honest. Okay, because it was like really intense. It was really amazing. Really amazing. So Janie's like, take a break, enjoy your life. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm like, here I am talking already. No, but it's what it is, guys. Also, like I was like, I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm late. I'm not lazy. I'm not lazy, but I don't explain it. It's just take it easy. Sometimes you're like, I'm not gonna. There's like so many directions I'll go. Sometimes I'm like, but I'm going the direction. It's okay. It's okay. So okay, guys. Oh my God. So okay, today, how many? There's like so much news to go over. Okay, so much. Oh, that's right. Guys. Oh, it was very touching. Joy saying talk about the Habibi. So it was amazing, guys. It really was. Okay, and I realized like I'm writing about it. Okay, I want to share more. Sometimes I had this ideas, making a podcast or something, because I almost feel like this is something that was going to help heal America. The whole thing with veterans and their stories. Okay, so I don't know. It's amazing. I've been thinking about it, but so many things. But yeah, no, I need to take care. No, it's true. I need to take care of me and stuff. Guys, I'll be right back. Okay, I know what it is. I just need to have a little one cookie. I need one cookie. I'm gonna get a cookie. I'll be right back. Okay, because just 1 second. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Glenn saying the veteran stories are healing for all of us. Otherwise, we wouldn't know what they went through. Yeah, it's amazing, guys, because I feel like it humanizes war and the cost of war for people. You know, I don't know. I find it, you know what I mean. I think that the value of human life, when it's really it's scary. The way the ease with which some people, I don't know, are just kind of so cavalier about their people's lives and how let's not even get started. The whole disrespect. People got Agent Orange and they want to cut their like. Think about it. That's like I can't even. I just when I think about it, is like I can't think about it because I want to hit somebody. It's amazing. It's amazing how some people could be calm. You know what I mean? Like about all this. I'm just very upset. Very upsetting, the lack of respect. But you know what, guys? That's it. I feel like this is why I feel like these stories need to be told. And I not because I'm not like a brag or something, but one thing I was so touched, guys, really by when your feedback because you know what it was? It was like I was like, wow, it really felt like some of you got closure. You know? Wow. Oh, hello, Indivisible. Yeah, oh my God, Indivisible. I was thinking of you today. Just today. I was like, what happened? I haven't seen her. I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh, what? Not that I'm like, that I, how are you? But, it's just like, I was like, well, what happened? Uh-huh. So, okay. So I'm sorry. I'm like here having conversations with us, are here. We're together on internet groups. Wow. So, oh my God. Okay. So guys, wow. So many questions. I don't even know. Let me now go to questions because there's so many questions. I don't even know where to start. Okay. Okay. So okay. So where do we even start, guys? I was like, okay. Just see. I'm not even gonna go through all of it because it's so much. Oh, I know we're going to start. Just a light topic today. Huh? Just a topic today. Melania was booed in Baltimore. Okay, that's a good one to start with. Melania was booed in Baltimore. Hello. What? Why? What? No. What is it? Oh, what is it? The thing she says, be best. Be best. Baltimore? President Trump treats Baltimore so well. Wow. I'm shocked. Oh, I'm shocked. Really? He loves Baltimore. He talks so many wonderful things about Baltimore. And so you know what I mean? I'm curious about, guys. You know what I really want to know is what is, as you know, I don't really care for Melania in any way. I think she's not particularly honorable in any way. Okay, but what was she thinking when she was hearing that? But I don't know. I'm just like I don't know. Does she have a she's probably high on like drugs of some sort. Okay, so she must have some sort of like, so she doesn't cry. She must be taking something, but. What was on her mind when she was there and she was hearing the boos and all that? I think she's better. She deals with it better than Trump, okay? But yeah, exactly. She's like, exactly. I was wondering, does she even care, or I feel like is she acting? I feel like she's going through the motions and whatever. She doesn't really care. Remember the jacket she wore? I don't care. Do you? I don't really care. Do you? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you too. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna start. Okay, let's put that some paper like come to my head. Project line. Okay. So. Okay. So Melania was booed in Baltimore. Why? What was she thinking when she heard that? She doesn't really care. Because to be honest, I was like, she has a schedule, and for her, it's like Melania. I have photo shoot. It's like photo shoot. You go there, it's raining, but you can wear bikini. Mhm. It's like it's the same. When you are outside and it's cold, you wear a bikini and you act like it's hot outside. That is the same. There is people like a rain. Yeah, raining, but I act like summer. Thank you. Woo. I still go. I still do job. I was always known as professional model. Hmm. They knew if Melania comes, she does it. She does pose. Mhm. Yeah. Oh. Hmm. I go there. It does not have to be convincing. It only have to show up. Yeah. I go there. It's so interesting. Again, it's like her idea is all about pictures. So it's kind of like before the time. Nowadays video is very prevalent. Okay, but for back in the days, like, oh, I only have to have a picture taken. Uh-huh. She doesn't listen. You know what I mean? She turns off, and that's how she survives. Okay, does she have any level of embarrassment or what? No, she doesn't care. Seriously, she doesn't care because it's saying they gave her this be best bullshit. Okay, and she just goes through the motions of it, and but okay. And I know this is a projection, of course, but just quickly, has she ever thought of rebelling, of like telling you like it is? No, because she's not as dumb as she looks. She got into remember guys, she married him when she was in her 30s, mid 30s or something. So she knew a bit more about the world, okay? And she was not she's I never remember, I never forgot. One time I read this interview of her on Vogue a long time ago, right after they married. And she said exactly, she got what she wanted. She was very like, oh, or it was this like with some oh this is or an anecdote of this, okay, which was that someone asked Melania, I used to think she was really beautiful, guys. Maybe she looks different now or whatever, but she was so pretty and all that. And I remember, and she said something like, they asked, would you have married Trump if you were poor? She said, would I have, or something like that. She's like, would he have married me if I were ugly? Something like that. She was very aware. She was very aware of the whole transaction. She's not a naive person, okay? And that's what she wanted. She wanted to be with some sort of rich guy. It's a transaction, okay? And guys, it's saying here, don't be fooled, which is actually comforting because it's saying, I was talking the other day about Nancy Reagan, right? That is not that I like Reagan anyway, but that's one thing you can't deny is that she cared about her husband. Nancy Reagan cared about her husband. That's a fact. Nobody's gonna, right? You can't challenge that, right? That she actually cared for him. She took, she cared about his health or whatever it was about him. She cared about his image. She was there for him. That is like, you don't even think about it. It's obvious, right? It was obvious. So even more, guys, I don't know, even more than like even the Bush lady, Laura, like it's just her personality. It was obvious that she was like support, protecting him and like, putting like that was the ultra like, the wife that took over kind of thing, whatever, right? But look at Melania. She doesn't care. It's obvious that she doesn't. So it's saying here, we think that, he is the aggressor, but it's the same on the scale. Neither cares about the other. It's all a transaction for both of them. And I feel like she's ultimately a transactional person. Okay. Like she's the same thing. And think about it, guys. Yeah, you say, oh, she could, maybe she could have been happier, exactly. This mother. Yeah, that's right, Ronnie. But still, she was there. She's the hyper, she was there a lot. But she is mother, whatever. But still, she was there for him. That's the example of somebody who was like, micromanaging his life, whatever. But there she was. She was there. She cared about him. The same thing. Okay. So she's just doing her job, and it's like modeling or whatever. She's like, oh, I do this. Hi, how are you? And she has what for the dresses and for expensive clothes. That's it. Okay. And surgery. So that's it. I think that's what she wanted. I think, guys, not to say that, okay, so it's not that I want to be like, oh, look at how she is, but I think she grew up in real poverty, hardcore poverty, and she never wanted to have that again. and to her that's salvation in some way. Okay. um and there was that saying, there was like, if you marry a rich guy for the money, you pay for every penny. Do you remember this story? Something like that. Okay. So that's the thing. It's the same thing. She doesn't care about him. She doesn't make an effort. Let's get real. Do you think she cares about his health? I don't think. I don't believe. Oh, somebody asked. Let me ask this. I don't think she even went to the health exam he had. Remember that Saturday? I don't think she even went. I don't think she even went. Okay. Did she go to the hospital? No. She wasn't even in Washington. Somebody told her later when he was already there, I think. It's like they have completely different lives. Okay. So she's just, so that's the story, all right? And that's that. So she's just like whatever, doing her job. Yeah. And not just emotionally bankrupt, it's almost like it's missing. Okay. She doesn't have that. Like, oh, she was not expecting love. Okay. She was not expecting love. That's the thing. That's the difference here. Okay. And so Sally G saying, I always thought Trump felt like he totally screwed up by divorcing Ivana, and he was trying to. No, you know what? No, the difference is that Trump always wanted, his ego was the biggest thing. So he wanted to be with a younger woman. That was the point. Okay, so he wanted to get younger and younger and all that. So that's the thing. Okay, so this is it, guys. Okay, so that's the story about the. She doesn't really. In other words, it didn't affect her. She knows it's just a job. She just whatever. She just do it. She leaves. That's it. She's not sad. She's not sad. She's not sad about it. She doesn't. She understands why they did it, and she's like, okay, whatever. Go back to my life. That's it. That's all. Okay, for her, really. Okay. So now, just an interesting warm up question. Okay. So okay. So next now. So many big things, guys. Let's see if there's some smaller things here. Okay. Oh, okay. Now let's go back to another subject that is one of those that could be easy, out. I think it's a huge subject. Okay. But it's also something that I could, that could be, could not forgotten, but anyway, I could put aside. I need to make sure I don't want to put aside. So as you guys know, Barr has been pursuing this issue of the Russian investigation about the investigation. What went on in the Russia? Why did Mueller start the investigation? He's doing that. So I guess the report, not rumor, it's a report. They've reported that there was nothing wrong, except that somebody falsified this, that they're claiming falsified some email. But that's what's happening is, I kind of knew it was going to happen or could happen, is that now Michael Flynn is asking, and the judge postponed his sentencing to wait to see what they are going to find in this Russia investigation of the investigation. Because I feel like all along, guys, the plan has been, why do they want to discredit this thing? Is because they want to free Michael Flynn and Manafort. Manafort is, out of all those people are considered even more important than Trump. Okay. So why? What is going to happen to that? First of all, that's the only thing I'm really, really concerned about, is that are they going to be able to undo the thing with Michael Flynn? That's what they want. They want to free Michael Flynn, but nothing happened, because he knows a lot. He's a very big, important witness. So that's my concern. So I want to know if this stuff is going to come out soon, or and are they going to be able? What's going to happen to Michael Flynn? Right, because he's waiting. He got this shady little lawyer, Sandy, whatever her name is, pushing Russian conspiracy theories, just to kind of like to say the same, those are the defense arguments. And the sad thing, guys, is that the DOJ is working on his behalf, basically, to try to oh no, maybe there was we have to postpone it. Maybe there was something, something like, something kind of strange happened. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? He's the most, one of the worst out of all of them. He was a guy in the military, selling secrets to the Russians, offering to it's just the worst. Okay. So what's going to happen to him what's going to happen to this, once this Russia investigation of the investigation is released, is Trump's crew going to get anything out of it? Okay. And then B, how is this going to affect Michael Flynn's case? If is it going to affect at all? Okay, so are they going to get something concrete out of it other than propaganda? Okay, so first of all, I saw that this was the plan. Okay, they had this big grand idea. They were going to free up Michael Flynn. I say, oh, guys, it's funny. It gives me the example of Netflix. Like, they have some show, because I was actually watching Dateline the other night, like something, kind of in the background from a Hulu, whatever, old things. It was like something like they had some case where they said that the interrogation was not right, and that invalidated the whole case, something like that. Okay, so they're going to try to they thought they were going to do something like this, but I see the hands like, in other words, they say no, this is huge. It's not, has nothing to do with this thing. It's like it's very big what he did. Michael Flynn did something huge, and they're saying actually it was very mild what he was charged with. He should have been charged with much more serious crimes, and I think, and so it doesn't work. And I think Barr right now knows that it kind of fell flat, that they did something just to say they kind of did something, but it's not going to work. He already knows that it has nothing. There's nothing there. There's no there. Okay, so they try to do it. They try to, like, because, guys, Barr is acting like a defense attorney. He's not acting like the attorney general of the U.S. He's acting like a defense attorney for Trump. So defense attorneys, those do these kinds of things. Oh, but they're compromised. They compromised, yeah. I feel like they charge him with more. I think, okay, let me just ask also differently. Are there more cases connected to Michael Flynn? Because I think, guys, you know what I mean? I don't think it can't possibly be the last one. Exactly. This is exact, but that's what I'm talking about. Still, they did say that there's going to be somebody like saying that there was a problem with the investigation. Somebody falsified a document, something like that. Okay, so still, you know how they are. They're crazy. But so what happens to this? Can he be charged with more, or is he going to be charged with more? Guys, what I don't, what is so interesting? I think there's more here, but also, what it is? Maybe it's time that I'm like, there's so much stuff going on that I forget some things. Because what is so strange is that how the hell did he get, remember how there was a point where he was going to get no time? Do you remember this? How the hell did this guy get no time? Okay. Michael Flynn. He's done one of the worst things. So I don't understand how the hell did he gave away good, what did he give away? We don't know. This is what I think is fascinating, is that he got no time for what? It's still under invest, you know what I'm saying? So he gave out, he talked. And that's why he was, why did he get no time? And what did he say? Who did he incriminate? Jared Turkey. Russians. Yeah, he knows about the quid pro quo. Oh, that's right, guys. You know what it is? Is that it's still under, what is it called? Redacted. You know what I mean? It's a national security issue. This is it. So it hasn't been. So what? Okay. So what is this? What is going to be the effect of this testimony? Is still ongoing? What is ongoing? What was he talking about? WikiLeaks. The quid pro, the plan. He's talked about the big plan and what they wanted and what they gave. But why does he want to backtrack? Oh, because interesting. It's saying they don't know. The Trump people don't know what he has already said, A, and B, they think they can save him. They want to, because if from the perspective of Trump, um, I think from the perspective of Trump, he doesn't know, he hasn't said everything, or he lied, just like Manafort lied, Oh, he lied, he didn't say, but they don't know that he gave away all the information. That's why he's trying to backtrack, because he knows that once the whole thing hits, it's over. Oh, that's right. They were lobbying for Turkey. That's all, because you know what it is, guys. When he saw the thing with Turkey, he wanted more money. He realized, like, it's because from his perspective, it's so unfair. How come I'm not getting any money out of this? I did work, so I worked so much. What the hell is wrong? Okay, so you know what I mean. So that is that. And but then I see, guys, I see handcuffs on him, because it's like it ties him down. There's something about him, his attempt to get away from this, that makes them angry, the judge angry, or whatever. So once the stuff comes out, people are going to be more shocked. The military is going to be more shocked, and it's going to be espionage charges. I don't know what, guys. What else? I think it's not the end for him. No, that's right. He took it. Yeah, took the Russian money. But that guy's, who knows. I think it's espionage stuff going on. Okay, because I don't know if I don't know that it's technically illegal to take Russian. Is it? He was not running for office. If you're a speaker, if they wanted to pay for your speech there, you can go, right? I think. So it's not as if, it was just very shady, but I think he's done a lot more. I think he's given, he's given out. You guys, you remember the whole thing with him was that there was a call between him and the Russian ambassador. Don't worry about it. We'll fix we'll fix what is it called? We'll fix the sanctions. Yeah, he should have disclosed it. Exactly. No, that's right. What I mean by that, oh, that's right. He didn't disclose it. That's right. I think this whole thing with him is espionage. My belief is that he's given. I've told you before a long time ago, that he's given them information, very serious information. Okay, I think it's that espionage more than anything. Okay, so is he? Yeah, they're saying yes, espionage. But why? Why? Okay, is there going to be more? That's right. Okay, guys, it's saying here that I think Barr. That's right, Barr. How do I say this? Barr stopped Mueller earlier than he should have stopped. Okay, that's part one. She stopped him earlier. So it's saying that the way he was charged is like in a lot of cases like this, they charge the person with a lower crime at first, so that they can get them to flip. But what happened here is that he didn't quite flip, or flipping off, or he hit or something. So I think they may. But this, you guys, it's one of those cases where there's going to be more charges, but it's so secret, it's so sensitive, that is like those. I think those cases that involve espionage and basically borderline treason. We don't know all the information. We'll never know, because it's dangerous to share the information. You know what I mean? So this is it. I think there's more there. There's more. Okay. So just it was Carlos here. Okay. Just right. Is it okay? Because I need to know information. I really don't like him at all. No, I love no, not that I love anybody more, but I find him, the fact that he was in the military. That's right. Yeah. Let's see. I just want to know this. Okay. So is he going to be charged with more? Because you have to remember, guys, in the big scheme of things, it's Trump works for Russia. He's in some ways, obviously, he's the president of the U.S., but in the big scheme of things, they want to protect Russia and the people that have contacts with Russia more than they want to protect Trump. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? So in that scheme, I think that both Manafort and Flynn are very big. Okay. I still think there's more coming to him. Okay. Uh-oh. Judgment upside down. First card. Okay. Uh-oh. theft. Okay. Truth is gonna. That's it. The truth is gonna be revealed. The judgment upside down, and more revelations of illegal acts. It's coming to light. Okay, coming to light. Guilty. He's guilty. Look, very guilty. Election. Right, the card of the road, the election, and then strategy. The big prize. That's right. The big prize. I talked about it before. Upsetting. So he knows. So what I think, guys, he know this testimony or whatever it is that he did. Okay, this is disagreement behind the scenes. Okay, hope. So I just feel like he. Okay, so I think he's okay. As you know, the story of Flynn is that he hated. He had a thing with Obama. He felt like he was betrayed, and he wanted revenge. And he's willing to throw the country on the bus because of his mental instability. Okay, he has no concept. Okay, so I don't think he has ever really accepted his guilt. He's like one of those people. You know, guys, there was this if you have a chance to ever watch, there was this. I watched it like a couple of years ago. There was like some guy one time. There was an interview. I think it's in the 70s. I think it was some. They interviewed some Russian guy who was like had defected to the U.S. Okay, and he said, the thing about those people is like once you get into their heads, they never come back. They believe you 100%, and that's what I think. He was brainwashed. He started to believe it because guys, Russians are very good at mental manipulation. They were like tell him what he wanted to hear, that Obama was terrible and that he should have been promoted, all those things, exactly what he wanted to hear. And so he started to believe it, and as a result, and I still think that he believes them to this day, that he believes them. So he's totally owned by them in that way. Okay, so this is it. Okay, but I think he's already, the stuff that we don't know, there's more coming about him, and I think it's gonna be, guys, yeah, I think it's gonna be his name is gonna be in the dark. You know what I mean? Like kind of like treason, kind of like pretty much treason. Okay, because especially, guys, he was in the, can you imagine, in the military? It's just awful that he did that. Okay, having been in the, what I mean? It's really like really awful, and there's no other way of saying it. It's just awful that he did that, knowing the secrets and knowing how harmful it would be, all those things. Okay, so it's just a really awful person. So no, so the answer is no. It's basically a distraction. It's not gonna affect, and I see him because they say February. It's like this. He has the handcuffs, so he's gonna be going to jail. Okay. Exactly, especially I think he's going to go to jail, and there's more. I think there's going to be more, and I think they don't want it because, guys, remember how Mueller was like, there's supposedly there was like 14 investigations, and like there's only 2 that we know of. The rest continued. So I think there's going to be more coming out. Okay, and once you put those people in prison, they start. I want to collaborate more. I have a few more things to say. Yeah. Give me a call sometime. Yeah, they start to get, antsy, a little antsy. So what's his name? Find that his name. And I see, guys, the face of the Russian ambassador. Russian ambassador. So, okay. Very interesting. Okay. So next. Okay. So this is it. Okay. So that's right. So I talked about it. Okay. Okay, there's a few. Okay, I don't know if I'm asking these weird questions. I don't know why I'm doing this first. Let's go. You know what? I'm gonna address this too because it's a kind of thing that I don't want to get too much into it. Okay, is this story about Deutsche Bank? There was like some banker in Deutsche Bank who killed himself supposedly or not. I don't know. And I just wanted to say, guys, as you know, I don't like looking into how people died. And like that's not my thing. I really don't like it. Okay, I don't care. I want to know, it's different, for example, for the reading about veterans, when they died in service, they were sacrificing. Something like this is like, well, those people, okay, let's get real. From the beginning, they were committing crimes with the Russians. They knew they could have quit the moment something like this was shady was happening, but they didn't. So it's a consequence. That's what happens if you work with whether they killed themselves or were killed. I kind of don't really care, to be honest. Okay, I just feel like I would like to know, just in the sense that here, she asked a question, and unfortunately Christina asked a question, but it's such a big question, and I don't want to look into it right now because it's huge, and it's not. I don't feel like looking into people's debts. Okay, but she made some interesting points. Are we how close are, because what happens with Deutsche Bank and the relationship between the Russian money laundering is that I believe, this is not, I've looked into it before, that Deutsche Bank, what the Russians did is they would put up the money from Russia, and the person would, quote unquote, get a loan from Deutsche Bank. Okay, this is not a real loan. It was a money transfer, essentially. Okay, and that is a big scheme of money laundering. Is a big, huge thing. So my question is, the question that she had is how far are we from exposing this money laundering scheme, and then whether these deaths have slowed anything down. And I wanted to know also, how much do the investigators know? 100%. Okay, do they have all the facts? And because you see what I'm saying. So that's it. That's part of it. Okay. So tell me about this Deutsche Bank situation. How close are we from understanding the Russian money laundering scheme? Okay, so how about the deaths? Okay, this guy who died. And what Trump's saying, yeah. Guys, I feel like this is the thing. I think it shows me here that, and this is, like I said, it's not new here. I just feel like the thing with Deutsche Bank is that it was like this, like that. It's we're confirmed, of course, as you know, the Russians. This is not a stereotype, but I think it's true. There's a lot of really good people, very good at math. Okay, so they know how to. This is why the Russian mob is so advanced in many ways, especially like cryptocurrencies and a lot of those things. Okay, some programming too. They know how to work. They know how to make. They're financial wizards to a degree. So the thing is, like, they very slowly, just like they very systematically and slowly got into the, first I think Deutsche Bank had offices in Russia, and they start to get into, and then they put the people who are employed there in, like, they put people in so that they slowly like contaminate, it becomes completely corrupt. So they were like, what if we advance the money, and this is why, it was the private bank. The guy worked for the private bank, and the private bank is when, it's not a commercial thing. It's a person, quote unquote, high net worth people who want loans. So it's a little bit more, how do you say it? A la carte, let's say. Is that a la carte? Yeah, you can kind of like pick, or it's more like they could do certain things for you. It's a little different. And that's why they did it like this. And it was like a front. It was very important to the Russians because it was a very well-known bank, and they thought they could escape scrutiny. Okay, so there's a lot of high volume of transactions. Okay, so that's what it's saying. And then and so Trump was not obviously the only person who got money that way. They would put the money from, it was basically a wire transfer masqueraded as a loan. Okay, so that they would, instead of saying, here you got the financial transfer from an oligarch, the oligarch would put money in the bank, and then you would say, oh, Russia, what is it called? Deutsche Bank got me a loan. Oh, interesting. But who the guarantor would be, it would come from Russia, and like, whoever the person owned, it would own Russia, not them. That was just the front for it. Okay, and that's why the bank never said anything, because it was millions of dollars of fees. Okay, and bonuses and all of that. Okay, so yeah, so that's the story now. And I see the guy flying. I think this guy, it's possible that he could have killed himself, because why? Because he was under so much pressure, and people call him, like, really a lot of threats. He was getting so many threats, and he was like going crazy. I'm going to die. And then he did it so that he didn't. I don't know. I don't necessarily think that he was killed, but almost. But I mean, so much pressure that he could have. Okay, so I was talking. Remember how I talked about Epstein, and how the reason why I believe he was killed, it was not because of the secrets of the men. It's because of it was basically the business model. He was the gatekeeper to a business model that is highly profitable. The same thing here. It's not necessarily about Trump or whoever. It's about, safeguarding the business model. that is very effective, was very effective to them. So you see what I'm saying? So that's the story. Now, as far as, okay, so as far as the investigator, how much do the investigators know? Because I'm thinking, guys, if obviously banks are very much computer systems, right? So this stuff has to be in the system. You can't just delete all of it. Must be very complicated. I don't know how they could even do anything like this. Okay, so where's the data? Where's the information? Do the investigators in different countries have all this information or not? Or how much do they know? How much information do they have percentage wise? Okay. Yeah, it's saying here that it's a lot of documents, and it's like these, it would be, it's like, for example, it's like when you give somebody a loan, you have to write down your assets, right? I have X, Y, and Z, and if I don't pay the money, you could take X, Y, Z. So they would put names of fake companies. They knew these companies were fake, but it was just the cash. So it was like they have to investigate all these things behind. It's not just the bank accounts. It's like to know that it's difficult to prove that everybody was in. Okay, but there's the guy, the woman, because this guy, okay, look how shady. The guy who died worked under this one called Rosemary Rose. She has like a Serbian type sounding name, Vrasovic something. I don't know. Blah, 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 Rosanna. Blah, 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 Vrajic, I don't know. It ends with a C. Okay, Vrasic or something. I don't remember her name. Okay, so she was this banker. And so, who introduced her to President was Jarada. Yeah, Jarada. Interesting, I find, no? Very interesting, I find her. So she has to talk. Because that's the one, guys, I think okay, so what about this one? So, okay, Jared Kushner. I'm just quickly here, quick. Banker, Deutsche. Rosemary Vrablik, her name. Okay, right. Senior private banker of Deutsche Bank Private Wealth Management. Okay, so her clients have included it. So okay, so this is it. Now I think Rosemary Vrablik. That's her name. Okay, I want to put here. This is the person, Rosemary Vrablik. So is she talking? What is she saying? She seems really cool to me. She knew. She was just like, well, that's the policy that we had, and they came to us, and then. So I think the investigators are kind of like having to say, because if you work for a corporation, who is to blame is the question, right? So is this she is not the CEO of the private management division. She just is like she, because as you may or not know, that I worked in the banks a long time ago, but basically the private wealth management is basically brokers, and they can offer you different financial instruments. So it's possible, and this is not, I don't know anything about the facts, but just theoretically it's possible that she was offering them a financial instrument that is like knowledge, how to say it. She could say, well, I'm not responsible for putting together this financial instrument. I trusted the person who sold it to me, and I pushed it to the client. She could possibly argue that, but then I think they're assessing how, you know what I mean? She's being cooperative. She has to be. Okay, because also, if you're a broker, there's this thing called Series 7. I don't know if it's still the same. I think she would probably have to get this. It's basically securities licenses that you have, and if you screw up, okay, you're gonna lose. You could lose it, and you could go to jail for it, just for selling. You know what I mean? So even though it's loans, still I think you have to have some sort of security. It's not so anybody could just do it like this. No, not so simple. So, okay, anyways, so is she in danger in some way? Is she in danger, some sort of danger or not? Yes or no? Witness protection. Yeah, I think this woman, guys, whether she likes it or not, she's in some sort of jail already. Like, think about it. If you have done all, she's the center. Okay, what's going to happen to this lady? Like, what's happening to her? She, oh, look, a lot of money upside down. Balance. Okay, look, secrets. Wow, perfect. So see, I think she's like, she has to keep her, like, she's cool-headed here. She's cooperating. Money. That's right. Personal finances or boss. Oh, look, I think this is Jada for a long time. Okay, the origin of the money. Okay, that's right. Yeah, shady discovery. Look at the business partners of Jared and all of it. Surprise. Really surprise. Surprise, and expected surprise about the victory or the election. I think she knows. She knows stuff and she can't get away. She's the type of person she can't leave. I think she can't leave the country. I think she's under investigation, but she has to show up every day. I think she still works there, pretending like nothing. Guys, I almost feel like she, by the way, it's reminding me of something. I once I was listening, I listened to audiobooks. There was one that I really liked. It was about, it wasn't Barbarians at the Gate. It was another one. It was one about finance. I forgot which one it was. It was about the early 80s when they had the Ivan Boesky and those people that schemed. There's a book, really great book. And it's reminding me of this, what I see here, because towards the end of the book, they were running this scheme, okay, this illegal trading scheme and like pyramid scheme also. And so towards the end, the feds came in and they forced them to wear wires. Like, you're like, you're going to wear a wire. No, listen to what I'm saying. It's like early 80s. Enron is early aughts. Okay. I have to continue. Okay. So just listen. Okay. And then you can look it up. So it's like Ivan Boesky. Okay. It's finance, trading, and securities. Okay. So anyway, so similarly, towards the end, the feds were really aggressively going after people, and they were like, you have to wear a wire now, or you are gonna, they were very hyper aggressive. Okay. Yeah, no, reading list. That's right. It was very interesting. So the same thing here. I feel like they are forcing her to wear a wire. Yes, Wall Street. No. It wasn't. It was a book, guys. It was a book, and I have to look back in my Audible. Let me actually hear. So it was just about the financial world. It was really interesting. Okay. It's not the same because it's a different, the part of the business where she works is different. But let me just see here, because like I said, back in the when the feds came in, people were very, it's a different vibe here. But let's see. What is the name? I'm sure I have it here. Den of Thieves. That's what it's called. Den of Thieves. That's it. The name of the book. Okay. So anyway, so this is it. And it reminds me of the situation towards the end. They thought they could, it was like the kind of like high, high spending Wall Street type of thing. But here it's a little different because this woman is very discreet, and she's not necessarily a super high, even though she lives on Park Avenue. I don't know. She's not the same. It's not the same. It's just a very discreet thing. But similarly, I think they're like, you have to wear a wire and you have to like tell us everything you know, or we're gonna put you in jail for the rest of your life. Go lock you up, bitch. Okay, so I think she still works there, but she's under enormous amount of scrutiny, and it's only a matter of time that because think about it, guys, how many people are involved in this? The other person is Stephen Ross, who's the guy. Very interesting, because you know what? Stephen Ross is the guy. Remember that there was a guy who owns here. This is the thing. Her clients have included prominent wealthy individuals such as Donald Trump, Jared Kushner, Herbert Simon, and Stephen M. Ross. The Stephen M. Ross guy is the guy who recently held a fundraiser for Trump, and he owns SoulCycle, and people like quit SoulCycle because of him, because of this. So very interesting, no? Interesting, because think about it. If all these people are connected to her, and somehow, if there's such a thing as like a relationship, I'm not saying that every single client of hers was a criminal or was using it to launder money. But who knows? We don't know. It's yet another scandal that's going to break, I think, after Trump. Because none of the, you know what I mean? Like, it can't break while he's, because who knows? He could try to like help out these people. He's a criminal, right? So, is she going to go to jail, or was she going to talk? Oh, walking away, huh? Interesting. She's going to quit her job. Interesting, huh? Why? I wonder why. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Talk. I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm talking about all those motherfuckers. I'm talking. I'm talking. See, because guys, she tries to assert herself, can't. Tries to create a better situation, has to go. I have to go. Have to go. This is pain and pressure. Okay. She tries to change to fight it, but she's not strong enough because when the government goes after you like that, okay, no. So she decides to talk and talks about maybe her wealth, but also the wealth of all these people. Okay. And so, well, that's why, look, quid pro quo upside down, so shady money. This is the facade upside down, so she shows what the reality is. She has to. Oh, smoking gun, evidence about all the shady people. Oh, look, the gamblers, guys, look. She knows she's telling truth. Oh, look, I have a message. I have it. A message for him. Oh, military, law enforcement. That's it. So, guys, so even possible. Look at this card, the letter. I feel like like I say, law enforcement is using her. This is law enforcement using her to get the damn, like now. Get informations. Yeah, information about them. Yeah. And they can't say anything because Deutsche Bank wants to still, do business in America. If they don't do it, they can't. So it's gonna be glorious. Yeah. So that's just it, guys. Okay, so sorry. Now, like this is why I had to get into this question, because it's the type of question that it's very important, but you forget in light of all the stuff that's going on. Okay, so how much information do they have, the investigators, generally speaking, have on Trump? They have everything, saying they have everything. What they're still digging a little bit is all the fake companies the Russians created. You know whose face I see? Andrew Eisman. He's on television now. I think he's involved. He was already involved in looking up all this stuff because he's a genius in like financial research. So interesting. I find it. The guy's going to be a huge scandal. I hope comes out soon. No, I hope it. Okay. So now we have to move on because it's very important, very big questions. So now we see, I think it was a difficult question, not fun, but important. Okay. Okay. So next. So guys, now, wow, this is big because guys, think about it. There's a whole thing. What enabled Trump is money laundering. The whole thing is at the core of all of it is money laundering. If they have to get to it. If they want to, get them, all of them. And it's going to be a lot of arrests. There has to be arrests. Okay. Otherwise, why would these people not do it again? Unless they're arrested, you know what I mean? If they never go to jail, nothing happens, right? So, and they're and saying the government is gonna take your money. The money that was laundered, it comes to us. We knew. I think FBI needs a new building. Yeah, I'll take that one. We'll take that one. That one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So next. Okay. So guys, now let's go to President now and Giuliani, all those people. Okay. So Trump throws Rudy under the bus. Really? So he said, did you see? Oh, he has clients. Rudy? No, I did not direct him. His client. Oh, no, not me. No. So how is Rudy gonna react? Like okay, I told you guys before. I even wrote more questions here. Okay, there is also a lot of buzz, including from former prosecutors, that Rudy could be indicted soon. At which point will he rat out Trump, before or after his indictment? I know I have asked this question very recently, but I think it's very relevant because this just happened. I was seeing that happen, but now it happened exactly that Trump finally threw him on the bus. So my question is Giuliani going to rat out Trump before he goes to prison, or before the indictment, or after? Okay. I think there's gonna be more warnings for Giuliani, and I think just as he's being like either led to prison or he's gonna, make it public, because I think he's still waiting, like all of them. He's still waiting that he still has hope that Trump is gonna do something to try to stop it. So he, until the last minute, he's like this, and then as he's being walking towards his attorney's like, look, we have to be at Southern District tomorrow 9 a.m. or whatever, 10 a.m. for for the thing, and he's like, oh, then like 8 a.m. he talks to the press or something, So he's gonna, I think, okay. So just quickly here. Oh, he's disappointed, huh? Why? Some money issues. Oh. Now this is an important card, guys, because this card is about like this is competition. Like this is when there's factions. So it's after competition is when there's separation. So so in other words, there are factions. He's separated from Trump. He breaks from Trump, in other words. Okay, so yeah. Oh, treachery, yeah. This is the invitation that he got what he wanted through treachery. The treachery he did. I think, guys, I said before, I think this is like the people that I think it could be his kids. Okay, I think also, look, we had a conversation. That's right. He has recordings. Could be recordings. Oh yeah, guys, look, the lawyer. That's it. Like he has information. I told you before. He has a lot of information on Trump. And the information that documents what? Conversations about what? That involved his associates and his kids. Okay, the guys, again, and instability. I think it could all this like this. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, worry. Stability, worry. Okay. Impeachment. Oh, look, exactly, impeachment. He's worried about impeachment. Yeah. Oh my God, litigation. That's right. So whatever it is, it is very, I think it's true. I believe him 100%. I think about the insurance. Okay, here. Okay, the stuff about the insurance is correct, and he talks about the treachery and the conversations that he had related to this goes here. Okay, related to, it has a lot of information, shady information about the conversations with his associates, possibly even his family members. Worried about impeachment and litigation. See, so the stuff that Trump is afraid of he's gonna help the case to seal Trump. So I feel, like I said, the moment, I think, is he gonna wait? I think the moment he's, the indictment is the night before or something, or the morning of, he's gonna give out information. There's gonna be a lot more, but he's gonna throw, either it's like, yeah, Rudy, go ahead. We know that he directed Giuliani. We know it. It's so obvious. Okay, so, interesting. I find this very fascinating. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So this is it. Okay. So that's it. So, and what happens to Trump once Rudy talks? What happens to Trump once and what happens to Trump once Rudy talks? He has nowhere to run because he's not loyal, guys. This is the thing. Anybody who wants to protect, he's willing to. So what happens to Trump? Oh, look, unburdening, waiting, unburdening. Plans don't work out. Okay. Opportunity, secret opportunity. For spies. That's right. Opportunity to find out information. Wow. Yeah, see, love lost. Okay, like he's exposed as an enemy, and he's through his business. Okay, look, the foreign power shit. Okay, yeah, the shady deals and all of it. So, but what happens, like, is, I think, guys, there's more and more, like, as all of these people start. This is what I think is fascinating. Is like, they call the there's no loyalty among thieves, right? Or no honor. And I feel like they start to, like, blame the other, right? It's already happening. Like, oh, it's me. No. And when they see what he has done to Rudy, and when Rudy goes down, they all involved, obviously, right? They try to, like, wash their hands. You know what I mean? And then the guys, I don't know if you saw, I love Andrew Reisman. Okay, he was in the Rachel show, and he said, it was really interesting. He said something like, he said, I was a baby prosecutor because it was just starting out. I would find information, I'll give to my boss, like, look, I found all this evidence. Can you believe it? He would just say that. And he said, well, that's normal. because when a person is guilty, you find a lot of information. So the reason why you find so much information is because there is a lot of information because they're guilty. When a person, is saying, like, when a person, not that he had the example, but like it's very hard to find stuff on people who have done nothing. But all these people have, the reason why there's so much information is because there's a lot of crimes, and they have, what I mean. So there's already they're already implicating Trump, and in the process of when they start to get, guys, is saying here, like eventually they all get when the Giuliani thing is going to really impact a lot of people. This, for some reason, all these people, they were like, thinking that they're going to get away with it, and then it's just forget about the Democrats. They're going to realize they can't get out of the boat, and as they try to, like, swim out, they're going to finally tell the truth about Trump more and more and more. Okay, so that he has nobody left. Because, guys, okay, I don't understand why somebody collaborates with Trump, because Trump is literally the person who is going to literally throw you under the, like, you next to him, if he will defend himself no matter what. He throws every single person on the bus, and yet they believe him, that he's on my side. He's like, somehow he's really a monster like that, that he can out evil all the evil people. Okay, so very interesting and fun. Okay, now, so then you saw the information that Trump released the Ukraine aid only after the information came forward about the whistleblower. And that's why it explains exactly why he's so still obsessed about the whistleblower, because the whistleblower started the whole thing. Okay, that's when he's like, oh, I guess we have to release it. We have to release. Oh, yes, we did it. We released it. But there's now direct proof that it said here, that the article said that attorneys in the White House got the information and they told Trump. They're like, look, this is the stuff, just wanted you to know that's out there, what I'm saying? And that's when I release it. Yeah, I release it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I don't care. Do you? No. Okay. But still, guys, this is, and okay, there's okay, now I have another question. I don't think I even wrote this question. That leads me to another question. Somebody asked, but I didn't add today, but now it's coming. So also Rachel Maddow yesterday was talking about was it the governor of Illinois, right? That he offered a Senate seat, Obama seat, for money. Okay, so he was caught, and he was like, I don't know, however many, like a lot of years in prison, 17 years, 15, I don't remember how many. So then Trump wanted to, was it? Pardon him, obviously. Why? Because he commits those types of, guys. If that guy committed that one, think about, he's committed like 255 times the crime that he did. Like, I don't understand. If you think about the comparison, it's crazy. That the guy is spending 15 years in jail, and Trump, he's done every day he does that, right? So, and there was even even the guys the other day, there was, I haven't even written here, but there was something like, there was one person who got a seat, was an ambassador position, see the amount of contribution he did to the Republicans, is like, look, just as a means to kind of push them to prove. He's like, look, I can contribute $500,000. I need my job, because that's what it is. It's like buying these jobs. Okay, but senator is a little different than ambassador, but still, okay. But anyway, so how different? This is the thing. How come? Okay, seems so unfair even to the guy, the governor, that he's in prison 14 years, and Trump and all these people are still. So this is my question, guys. How much criminal liability? How do I say this? Okay, this is why I have to explain, because there's so many thoughts. So the first thought that comes to my head, we're dealing with impeachment, which is not technically a criminal investigation, but obviously there's so many crimes he's already committed. Okay, so many crimes he committed. So how much of it is going to be recognized? All these people, guys, are involved in a bribery scheme. Are they going to go to jail? If the guy went to 14 years, how long are these people going to go to jail for? Like, somebody has to go to jail. But putting Trump aside, I think he will go to a different thing. Like I said, he's, kind of like already kind of cray. But if he's not, all the other people are. So how much time are these people going to have? Like Mulvaney, for example. They're going to get prison time, I think. Because the guys here, they forget about Trump. Putting aside Trump, they're all involved in a gigantic bribery scheme. And they're considering RICO. Okay, that's right. Because it's so much. So are these people? But yeah, so all of them, yes, all of the people that were trying, even that guy, what's his name, that wants to paint himself as a good guy. What's his name? Volker, Kurt Volker. That's right. Even though he was, so people used to respect him, I guess, but now they're like, oh, he, you know. So this is it, okay? Wow, yeah. So are they gonna get crimes comparable to the governor crimes? Oh, look. Yeah, but see, all ties to the White House, the deal for money on behalf of the White House. So guys, all these people, they're like gonna be, it's gonna be worse for them. But yeah, so tragedy, all horrible. No. Shady meetings, that's right. Yeah, sick. So yes, they're gonna get it. It's to see angry White House and everything like that, the upsetting stuff. So I think it may not. This is gonna not, guys. How long after Nixon left, those people were indicted? It took a little while to indict all of them, but they were indicted. So I think yes, they're gonna face the thing. Okay. Now only okay. So guys, obviously there's, like I said, there's no doubt that he's done. The thing is very clear. The case of Ukraine is very clear. Okay. Now DOJ pushing against judges ruling them again must testify. Obviously, another shady thing is like, oh, he can't talk in public. No, let's try to prevent. So is he going? Is the DOJ, aka Barr, going to succeed in preventing him again from talking or not? So guys, it's so interesting is that judges are getting angrier at the DOJ and their bullshit. So I see that the judge, so I see a hand, like the people at the DOJ are like small, and there's a big hand hitting them because they're furious that this is like a joke. So they're like furious. What the hell is wrong with you? Okay. They have, there was a judge that said no. There's ample. Like, remember the decision was like there's no such thing as like you can't. This is ridiculous. He has to testify. Okay, so are they going to succeed? No. But let's see what the cards say. So, like defeat, causing defeat. Oh no, get interesting. Be careful what you wish for, bitch. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Emperor. This is Louis Putin. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because the argument is like, do you think you guys are not kings? Who do you think you are? You're not a king. Okay, so the people next to him. Oh, look, this will be the president, and he's, people who support him are corrupt. Okay. The friend. Money, sadness, money. The widow. Sick. Lack of loyalty. Okay, so the question is, are they going to succeed? The creative defeat? No. They asked for too much, in other words. Okay, I think this is it, and he's not an emperor. Okay, they're thinking of extreme power. And this is the older man. The loyalties are, engaging in corruption. The friend, sadness, losses, financial. So what's going to be the next, what is going to be the result of the appeal? Interesting. Yeah. So this is an interesting card because this means that they're going to go all, as far as they can. This is a card of like the last battle. This is a great card. This is an answer, and it's also a card of key witness, right? And lies. Okay, lies exposing the protector. So I think it's possible that is McGann going to testify again? Okay, this is with the law. Is McGann going to testify? Yes or no? The White House. Look. Yeah, I think it's possible that he will. Okay. Oh, and this is the other thing that I was remembering what when Andrew Eisman was saying. He said something like, they're saying it's going to take forever, but in the Second Circuit, which is where is that what the case? There's so many cases now, guys, but it's like it takes. It's not like how they think it is. It doesn't take as long as it used to, or something. It's much faster. So I think they could, do it really fast. Okay, because they don't want, people are tired of this. Okay, okay. So now, oh my God, now guys, oh my God, there's so much more. Okay, so then now Giuliani, let's go to Giuliani. Oh my God. Okay, Giuliani, there's two things here, guys. Giuliani, okay, so there's two things. Giuliani was pursuing corrupt deals with Ukraine while pointing fingers at, okay, so he wanted to make a deal with the prosecutor that didn't like Marie Yovanovitch. He wanted to pay Giuliani. Think about it. And I think this whole thing with Giuliani is all this huge, crazy, shady money transfers. It's like if he's a prosecutor, he technically should not have enough money to pay Giuliani. So somebody's footing the bill, obviously, right? So it must be the Russians. And then the other thing is that they interview, okay, Giuliani sold his services to Firtash, the gas industry Ukrainian oligarch. Has Trump received money directly from Firtash after he was elected? Was Trump getting a cut of whatever deals Rudy made with the Ukrainians? Because that's what I think. Because if you look at these articles are so complicated, guys, it's a little complicated. So the thing that happened is that Giuliani somehow went to this oligarch and asked, or it was Parnas, I don't remember, who asked the guy to, what was it? To drop his attorney, who was a Clinton guy. Remember the guy, Laney Davis was his attorney. So he's like, go with this couple, it was a Tosing and it was like a man and a woman who are the friends with Trump. So then they did that, and then they asked for a retainer. So the retainer was $300,000, and like 200,000 a month, 300,000 a month. So out of this 300,000, 200,000 went to Lev Parnas, and the rest went to the woman and the guy. So Lev Parnas was making more money, and he's not a lawyer, obviously. He was making more money from this deal than the lawyers that he supposedly works for. Or he was I'm a translator. The translator makes $200,000 a month. I don't think so. So clearly, guys, this is a means of I think this is like money laundering. Okay. And what did the partners do with his money? He gave money to the Republicans. So you see what I'm saying? It's very shady. Okay. So the question then becomes, let's get real. Do you think that Trump is greedy? So greedy. I'm pretty sure he must have been getting a cut of that money. That whatever the money that Giuliani gets from these clients, don't you think that Trump is getting some of it? I'm sure. Don't you think? I have no doubt. So this is there evidence? Okay, was this really happening? Okay, so was Trump getting? So clearly, there's a financial transaction here between Giuliani and those oligarchs. So is there evidence that Trump was getting a cut out of it? What happened? Yeah, it's like a mob thing. It was like at least 10% or something. There was some who was like reserved for Trump. Because there's like you did it because you know me. You said my name, so I get some of it. You know what I'm saying? And then he gave him, oh my God, there's like some like shadow. What is it called? Not shadow. Oh, that's right. That's it. Makes sense. Because, one of the things that Michael Cohen did for Trump was creating these LLCs. Remember? He would create the fake LLCs to pay people off. Or, deposit in this account, deposit in that account. So Trump always needs to have a person doing that job for him, creating the fake LLCs and all that. Giuliani appears to have been doing that for him as well. And that's the problem, because then Giuliani has all his banking information, it sounds like, right? Because if you know what I mean? Just the same way he was doing, basically he became the new Michael Cohen. And that what it means is that he was procuring deals, but also telling people what accounts to deposit in. So, okay. So you see what I'm saying? Very interesting. So he was in the off first and keepy. Look, there's like, I want to keep what I have. Trump wanted to, of course, he's greedy by nature. Oh no. Oh, heartbreak, right? Oh, interesting. This would be either Trump top or guys. This is like, I think this is the house. Okay. So see the heartbreak because of the government fight. See, I think he wanted. I think definitely Trump wanted a cut. Oh, messenger. That's right. I've said before. He's a messenger. Letter. I have a letter. Yeah. Oh, look, from the mob. Yeah. The funds come from the mob, the Russian mob. Oh yeah. Look, President. No. 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 Oh look, the victory. That's right. Wow, the friend. Interesting. He was friends with the mob. But the mod made was it? I made you. I'm gonna take you down. Yeah. So this is the guys. Wow, crazy, crazy. So you see, that makes perfect sense, right? Because it's also that he, could also this could also mean the heartbreak, the scythe cutting the heart from when he goes to prison. So you see what I'm saying? So he was doing all this on behalf of Trump. So he's heartbroken when this happens. And then he tells all, I tell all, I have for Americans. I was a messenger. See what I'm saying? Because the messenger here could also be that Giuliani gets the money, he transfers the money to the account, and the money comes from the mob, which leads to the ending and to shows that the victory of Trump was given to him by the mob. I mean, this is not, it's not like, a giant leap here, right? It's very obvious and it's public. Wow. Because you see here, there's I quoted here from one of the, those the good lawyers that talk. What's his name? Harry, not Harry Lippman, the other one. That talks on MSNBC. And it's even worse if Mr. Giuliani, either directly or through emissaries acting on his behalf, intimated that pending criminal cases can be fixed at the Justice Department. The president's lawyer seems to be trading on the president's supervisory authority over the Justice Department, and that is deeply disturbing. In other words, it's true that if Giuliani had gone to Ukraine and said that he was a random lawyer, he could help you, nobody would hire him. But because he is publicly, he was Trump's attorney, it allowed him to get deals that he would not otherwise have made. You see what I'm saying? So it's obvious that he was getting deals and Trump was getting a cut out of these deals, right? Because it makes no sense that anybody would make a deal with him unless he were close to Trump. He's very competent. I speak to him. I know he knows truth. Okay. So, oh my God. So Julian. Okay. Yeah, so guys, the idea that they're all, oh, this is very interesting, makes perfect sense, because oh my God, that's it, guys, very big. So you know what it is, it's saying also that the reason why Giuliani is getting hired by all these people is that way they can transfer money to, like, they can pay Giuliani but also transfer money to Trump through Giuliani. You see what I'm saying? So obviously they know that they pay him, but also they pay Trump somehow. They know that he's basically an associate of Trump, like a mob associate. So he's paid. Giuliani's paid, and so is Trump. Trump would not be that stupid, right? He would never be like, not that stupid. Considering how greedy he is, there's no way that he would allow anybody to claim connection to him without getting a cut out of it. Exactly that. So, and I think Giuliani was desperate for money enough that he agreed to it, thinking that he has a, everybody knows me, I'm a mayor of New York, or 9/11, all that. So interesting. So this is it. Okay, that's it. Makes perfect sense. Wow. So this is why, guys, and so, the other question, guys, the last question, and then I'm gonna go. Okay, the last question is about why did Trump throw Giuliani down the bus? Because people are saying that on Twitter, there was this rumor saying like, oh, he's going to be indicted really soon, because the fact that Trump mentioned that on his own, he called the radio show to say this, is a sign that he heard from the grapevine that Giuliani was going to get indicted. That's the theory that people are putting out there. Is this true? Does he know? Because you know what I mean? He could have said nothing. He could have said, oh, I no comment or whatever, but he decided to especially say that he didn't know Giuliani, which is a huge mistake because Giuliani has all the information about him. So, okay, so why did he say that? I see, guys, I see Barr talking to him. Barr goes to talk to him. And Barr is like, he's like, President Trump, there's many counts. He's been indicted. He's going to be indicted in a lot of things. And, they're saying they will give you a heads up, but this is they're saying because, the articles published what the subpoenas and all those things said, the things that he's going to be indicted with are huge. There's like a lot of crimes. So, and they're saying they put in this document, or they made it public to warn Giuliani this was coming. And so Trump prepares like, oh, I don't know him then. You know how he does that to a lot of people. He's very capable of doing that if the person is no longer useful somehow. So this is why. Because he asked, it's true. It's true. And when do they know when? Soon. They're saying very soon. They're just waiting, the detail, like kind of figuring out the details. Because guys, when this whole thing is going to think about it, this is going to be way bigger than the impeachment in many ways, okay? Because I think about the especially in New York, Giuliani being arrested by the Southern, he used to be the head. Can you think about it? Like, how low can you go? He used to be the head of Southern District, and now he's being indicted for basically a mob crime. Isn't that crazy? And I think even because of that, guys, he has to be he cannot get away from this because the